Welcome, everybody. This is 2021 Decision Day. I am your host, Natalia Gonzalez.
And I'm your co-host, Peter Perez. We have all of our seniors from our high school. They're gonna say a little bit about where they're gonna go for the next 4 years to college or university.
Our first here today is Ellen.
Hi, my name is Mccarran, and I'm from CATS, finally graduating this year.
Hi, Ellen. Thank you for
Hi.
joining us.
So for the first question is where for the next 4 years, what are you gonna go to? What university or college did you decide on going to?
Decided to go for Costa LA.
Yeah.
Why did you choose Cal State LA?
Well, because that was the last, I think, college we visited before the pandemic started. And then I actually kind of did like it. It was pretty good. Like, it commits me a lot more than other colleges.
What major do you plan on doing in the fall?
The major I planned was accountant.
Like business?
Yeah, business.
What are you most grateful for throughout this whole pandemic?
Well, that my family is safe. That so far, I haven't had any struggles at the moment with this pandemic. I mean, we had at the beginning, but during time, it got better, and I'm just thankful we all safe right now.
Right. What is some advice you give for the freshmen from this year throughout the progress throughout high school?
Some advice is they to start doing their assignments and working on to not slack off, because you fail any classes, that's gonna mess you up for your GPA in the future. And it's gonna be a struggle for you to catch up. You're gonna be falling behind.
Now, what are some activities you miss from high school?
Yes, activities we had, we haven't had.
Yeah, both. Doesn't matter.
Well, some activities was having field trips, going with my friends. Some activities I missed was senior prom.
Yeah.
Senior activities, everything about senior, which is I just miss going back to school. It's not the same.
Well, thank you, Ellen, for joining us.
Yeah, thank you, Ellen.
Thank you for inviting me. No problem. No problem.
Yeah, thanks, Rossi, over there at Cal State LA. This is our second interviewer, Nicolás González. Buenos días, Nicolás. ¿Cómo estás?
Buenos días, Nicolás. Te vamos a preguntar unas preguntas. Y la primera pregunta va a ser, ¿cuál colegio escogiste?
Okay, el colegio que escogí es el LA Trade Technology.
¿Y por qué escogiste ese colegio?
Ese colegio la elegí porque siento que es el que me queda más cercano, y además porque tuve buenas cosas sobre ese colegio.
¿Y ahí qué piensas agarrar? ¿En qué sujeto quieres pensar agarrar ahí?
La carrera que quiero llevar es electricista, y ver si conecta conmigo.
Eso está bien. ¿Tienes un advice para los de 9 grado?
¿Puedes decir a los que para el siguiente año que van a entrar al 9 grado, qué les puedes decir? Puede ser lo que sea.
¿Cómo qué cosa? Como
diciéndoles como a su trabajo o lo que usted quiera.
¿Qué es algo que extrañas de la escuela? Las actividades no te extraño. ¿Qué tipo de cosas? ¿Andar con amigos así?
Pues que disfruten del equipo, si es que van a estar en uno de los equipos.
Pues muchas gracias, Nicolás, por tu tiempo.
Gracias. Omar Larzo.
Good morning, Omar. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Omar.
I'm doing good. How are you?
Great. Where will be going to?
I'm going to Cal State University, the University of Northridge, so CSUN.
Nice.
What major are you going to major in?
I'm going to major in film production.
Can you tell us a little bit more about your major, please?
It's going to be focusing more on just producing films, mainly lighting, lighting, CGI, of SFX, stuff like that, essentially.
That's dope, dude.
What advice would you give for the incoming seniors? I mean, the incoming freshmen.
Or the current freshmen, as we state.
When I was entering high school, I saw it as like a huge stressful step, but it turned a lot easier than I expected. I mean, I wasn't the best, but I had fun here. So I would just say kind of just have fun. Don't stress about too much.
Everything's a learning experience at the end of the day, so.
Yes, you adapt to everything. How was senior in the beginning of the pandemic? Or how was your senior year affected by the pandemic?
I felt kind of alone because, like, usually if I had, like, issues with, like, problems with friends, not so much teachers. So, like, it was literally just me stuck, not really able to contact or, like, get help. But I worked with it. So it's fine.
Who was your favorite teacher or staff at CAT?
If it was the 4 years, I'd say Berkheimer. Like, she was chill. I liked her. But if it was just senior year, I'd say Fierro. She's very fun, very energetic, knows how to, like, get people involved with Zoom.
Yeah, shout out Berkheimer, shout out Miss Fierro. Woo!
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you all for your time and patience.
No, thank you.
So we have Nelson Gonzalez. Good morning, Nelson. How are you doing today?
Hi, Nelson.
I'm good.
All right. So first question is, for the next 4 years, where are you heading off to?
Northridge, CSUN.
Why did you choose that school?
Because when I went to a field trip, I felt good right there. Compared to the other schools, I felt more it just felt nice.
Right, from experience.
What major do you plan on majoring?
Real estate or marketing.
Why did you choose that major?
I don't know. It just sounds cool.
What is some advice you give to the freshmen, these upcoming freshmen, or the current freshmen right now?
Just to go to the field trips and to see which one you would like, and whichever one you feel at home in, that's the one you should go to.
Who inspired you throughout high school?
Probably just the upperclassmen, I think, because I would talk to someone like a year older, and then they would seeing them go to college motivated me to go to college too.
So what are some activities you miss, like, throughout maybe right now senior activities, or during the pandemic started? What are some things you miss from school?
I think just the people, the teachers too.
Do you have any teachers you miss in general?
Student I miss?
No, teacher.
Well, teacher, I think they were all cool. They were all cool.
Do you want to give a shout out to one of the teachers or staffs?
All of them, like Mr. Ben, Ms. Suarez, Ms. Grace. Oh, all of them. Ms. Paragon, Ms. Fordham, Ms. Gonzalez, all of them, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to all of the staffs.
Thank you for your time, Nelson. Appreciate it.
Up next, we have a special guest, Ms. Vasquez.
Hey, good morning, Ms. Vasquez.
Morning, everyone.
Can you give us advice for the seniors that are about to graduate this year?
Yes, of course. Always believe in yourself, and to remember that you have everything you need within you, and to always keep pushing forward. We may always fall down, but to never just stay there, and to sit in with our failures and just not be there or soak in that failure, to always push forward.
Ms. Vasquez, can you tell us your experience of your first year at college?
Yes, of course. I was very excited. I went to UC Berkeley, And so it was a different city, a different atmosphere, different environment. But I wish I would have believed in myself. So that's the advice I want to pass along, because I let fear hold me back from doing a lot of things. So that is why I always want you to believe in yourselves and to hone in everything that you have within you. But yes, it was difficult to move from city, but at the end of the day, I enjoyed my experience, and I would just also recommend to find your community anywhere that you go.
Thank you, Ms. Vasquez. Now we would like to welcome Guadalupe Sanchez. Good morning, Guadalupe. How are you doing today?
Good morning. I'm doing really good today.
Sounds great to hear.
What are your plans after high school?
After high school, I plan to attend to Cal State San Bernardino and possibly just like get new experience and hopefully like have my own business so I could get money for college.
Nice. What type of business are you trying to run?
I'm trying to make my own art business after I get a bank account so I could like sell commissions or anything that people want me to draw.
Nice.
What major are you planning to major in college?
I'm planning to major in biology because I'm studying to be a veterinarian.
What, like a veterinarian for pets or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What is some advice you could give for the upcoming freshmen or for the current freshmen right now?
For the upcoming or current freshmen, the advice I would give is just keep trying. Don't procrastinate, because then you'll regret it later, and take up opportunities that are given to you. Even if it's just like out of nowhere, just take it, because you won't know if you need it later.
Right.
What's one thing you miss about attending CATS in person?
One thing I miss about attending CATS would be just being with my teachers in general. Like, for example, I would always go to Miss Fierro's class whenever it was lunchtime because I felt like a really close connection, and I still do. Like, I always go to her clubs now during lunch. That way we could spend time together.
That's nice. So, is there any particular teacher you miss? I don't know Miss Fierro, but anybody else?
Well, Miss Fierro and I think it's either Mr. Teon or just being in Jacobson's class because he was pretty chill.
Right. Well, thank you for your time, Guadalupe.
Thank you.
Next, we will have Abraham Perez. Good morning, Abraham. How are you doing today?
Hi, Abraham.
I'm good. And you?
For the next 4 years, where will you be heading off to?
I decided that I'll go to California State University of Northridge. Yeah.
What are you planning to major there?
I'm gonna major in business administration because I felt like business was a good option because I like small business. I'm good at math, so business requires a lot of math for statistics and like stock and how much you have to supply.
That's a great observance.
Do you have any advice for the incoming freshmen?
Or current freshmen?
Just don't fill your classes and mess around. That's all I gotta say. Like, most of them are gonna be gone. Like, they usually are in every single year. Like, for the class of 2021, we have like less than half the people we had freshman year.
Why did you choose Northridge?
Even though Northridge is a big school, I always liked it since I went to middle school on the field trip because the way they explained it to me, like overall, was that they had a lot of assistance for students for like stress. They give you like free massages. There's like a rec room, indoor rock climbing, indoor track. Got 2 gyms. They got 2 gymnasiums to play basketball. They got workout groups, and then they got lots of food on campus. And it houses like 4,000 students, but each class is still like a size of 30 students.
Who inspired you or supported you in making this decision?
So I didn't receive any financial aid, so it was a hard decision. So everything was gonna be out of pocket, and I was struggling because I wasn't sure if college was worth it to pay like $93,000 out of my pocket, especially because I don't have all the money right now. But my dad, he really wanted me to go to college, so he's like, if you work and I work, we'll pay for it and you go to college. So I think I just flipped a coin and I decided to go.
Who was your favorite teacher or your favorite staff?
Mr. Monteon. He was cool. He always had a nice vibe. He always made jokes during class, and he was pretty funny. And his class was pretty easy because I was like drawing and stuff. So when he was there, he would just make the experience more fun.
Would you like to give out a shout out to anybody?
Let's see. Oh, shout out to Ms. Berkheimer because she's like one of the most like criticized teachers, but I know she's like really nice deep down.
For real, shout out Ms. Berkheimer. Kept it real since 9th grade.
Yep.
Next, we have Kimberly.
Good morning, Kimberly. How are you doing today?
Good morning. I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Good.
I'm doing good.
All right. So for our first question, for the next 4 years, where did you decide to head off to?
I want to go to El Camino Community College.
Nice. Are you planning to transfer from there, or?
I'm planning to transfer to Woodbury or Cal Poly Pomona.
Nice.
What are you planning to major in?
Architecture.
Do you have any advice for the upcoming freshmen or current freshmen?
Yeah, don't fail your classes. Just do good in school, and get a good GPA. It's a higher chance you're going to get accepted to colleges.
Right. Is there anything you miss from high school during the pandemic started?
I'm glad I'm over with high school, honestly.
I hear you.
Would you like to give out any shout outs to any teachers or students?
Definitely. Shout out to Miss Grace, Miss Fierro, and all the teachers who have helped me, but mostly them. And Miss Stephanie.
Amazing women. Thank you, Karen. Thank you for your time.
Up next, we have Eileen Hernandez. Good afternoon, Eileen.
Good afternoon, Eileen. How are you doing today?
Good afternoon. Good, and you?
Good.
Where are you planning to go for college?
I plan on attending Cal State LA.
And what are you planning to major in Cal State LA?
I chose pre-biology.
Can you tell us a little bit more on why you chose that major?
I chose pre-biology because it would open the door. It would open more doors for me, more opportunities, because I originally wanted to be a nurse, and for that major I would do nursing, but then I'm still not quite sure what I want to be yet.
Right.
So I chose biology so I can choose like more careers. Like for example, I'm debating whether I want to be a radiologist or a veterinarian. So biology would suit me best for whichever one of those two I want to take.
Right. Do you have any advice for these upcoming freshmen or current freshmen?
One piece of advice would be to take all 4 years just as seriously as you would as your final year or your junior year, because
correct.
Like I understand you're coming from middle school and you think that freshman year you shouldn't be taking it seriously as well as your sophomore year, but believe me, it's going to affect you, because for me it affected my overall GPA, and I realized that mistake and I regret it a lot when I realized that I did not get into my dream school because my overall GPA went down because my grades freshman year were not the best.
Is there anything that you currently miss from high school since the pandemic started? Any activities, events?
Overall, I just miss the environment. I miss being around people. I just don't like that we have to like social distance. Well, I have to, but like just something that you don't get used to. And I just miss like the fun activities we would do at school, whether it being the prep parties. I mean, prep rallies or like anything, just any kind of event. It was fun, any of that.
Would you like to give a shout out to any teachers or students out there?
I would like to give a shout out to Mr. Aragon because he's been like really supportive. He's very understanding now with the circumstances. He's really, really understanding, and I appreciate all the effort he puts into our assignments. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out Mr. Aragon.
Who inspired you to make the decision to go to Cal State LA?
Myself. Because I wouldn't want anyone else to make that decision for me. Like, if I just honestly thought I chose what I believed was best for me, so I took that opportunity.
Right. Well, thank you, Eileen, for your time.
Thank you, Eileen.
Thank you, guys.
Our special guest, Miss Reese. Miss Reese, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Great. Any tips for seniors that are transitioning from high school to college?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, I just want to say congrats again to all the seniors for all their accomplishments. And something I want to give as advice to all seniors is to not compare yourself to what others are doing. So you might see some of your classmates or some of your friends that are doing things that you might want to do, but you didn't have the chance to do, and that's fine. You do your own thing, follow your own path, and just make sure that whatever you do, that you're happy with your choices and your decisions, and that you're happy with whatever you're doing in life. So enjoy your time, and don't compare yourself to others. Do everything at your own pace.
Also, can you share your experience as a freshman in college?
Yeah, sure. So I actually am from South Central LA as well. I went to Locke High School, which is just a few minutes away from Diego Rivera. And then I went to UC Berkeley for my first year, for my 4 years there. My first year was very difficult, I'm not going to lie, because it was the first time being away from home. And if you're the first in your family, you're going to have to learn to do a lot of things on your own. So it was super challenging, but it also taught me to be more independent. So you're going to learn how to do things on your own, how to go to ask for help, where to find things on your own, how to live on your own. So it's a great learning experience, and it's what you make of it, right? So like, if you have negative views towards it, you're going to have a negative experience. But if you're optimistic and have more positive views towards your challenges, it's going to be a lot more rewarding experiences. So my first year was challenging, but I decided to make it an experience where I learned from my challenges instead of, feeling bad because of my challenges. So that would be another advice to you guys as well. Like, learn from your challenges, and it's okay if things go wrong. It happens. Just make sure that you learn from the challenges as well.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Reese. Next, we have Daniella Sanchez. Good afternoon, Daniella. How are you?
Good afternoon, Jeter. I'm doing well. How are you?
Good.
Oh.
Hi, Natalia.
Hi.
So for the first question is, for the next 4 years, where will we be heading off to?
I would be heading off to UC Irvine.
Where are you going to major at UC Irvine?
Well, I got accepted into criminology, but I'm thinking about changing my major into business administration.
We have a lot of business.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to the incoming freshmen or current freshmen?
Some advice I would have for the upcoming class is to really focus on your grades. But you can always have like a social life, but prioritize your grades, because at the end of the day, those grades are going to help you to get into a great college and will make you have multiple opportunities, and take enough college courses, because that really helped me out.
And can you go a little bit more in depth on why you would like to change your current major to business and administration?
Well, I always wanted to do business administration because I always thought of having like my own business, and like, right. I know that would support me enough, and because I'm just really motivated into like having something for myself, being my own boss, not really being bossed by someone else, Right. I want to be on top.
I hear you. That's good. Is there anything particular you missed from high school ever since the pandemic started, or any, like activities, events?
Well, obviously the senior activities, because I always thought I was going to have like the typical high school experience, but because of 19, we're here like virtually, you know. But I mean, it's okay.
Right.
Some parts.
Are you planning to work after high school or just stay a full student in college?
Well, right now I am working on weekends, but I've spoke to my mom about this, and she thinks that working like as I'm studying would be interfering with my grades. So she said that it's okay that I don't have to work, but maybe on breaks like summer vacation or like any type of those breaks, I can work and like make my own money.
Would you like to give out a shout out to any students or teachers?
Well, I like to shout out all the teachers because they've helped me throughout the years, and my friends Jonathan Ramirez, Anthony Ramirez, Gabriela Ortez, Omar Lazo, and Belinda Diaz. Woo!
Coming next, we have Eric with the brain teaser, Two Truths and a Lie. Welcome, Eric.
Hey. So once I was at the fair with my friends, and we would go back and forth between my friend's house and the fair she lived right next to. After regrouping at 7-Eleven from the different attractions, we realized that we were missing. Thinking that she went back to the house, we came to realize that she wasn't there either. Needless to say, we were freaking out. So we go back and forth looking for her at the fair, and eventually we couldn't find her, so we decided some people will stay at the house and some people will continue to look for her at the fair. I was part of the people who continued to look at her at the fair. We couldn't find her, so we come back and she didn't appear at the house either. So we are freaking out more and more. And 5 minutes later, after we were gonna call the police, because we thought she was kidnapped, she knocks at the door. Apparently, she was looking for us. So God knows how we didn't find each other. More of the story: do not have your phone with your friends, because we could have called her, but we had her phone. Also, once I was at a Best Buy and I thought I was being followed by a guy. Because, as you do whenever you go to Best Buy, you separate from your parents and you look at all the technology and stuff. So we continue walking around and he is still like approaching us, following us. So I spot my parents and I say, hey, let's go back to our parents. Yeah. So we just briskly walk to our parents and I look back and we didn't see him. In hindsight, he probably wasn't following us, but I guess it's great that I didn't tell my parents, because I didn't tell my parents that he was following us. So I guess that's great, because in hindsight, he probably wasn't. And the last story is that I was bitten by a fish at SeaWorld. So at SeaWorld, they have like this aquarium thing, and I was like a kid, so my dad picked me up and I put my hand inside the fish and the fish bit me and I was crying.
I believe the second one is false. What do you think, Jeter?
I think the third one's false.
If you could say why you guys think it's false.
Well, I haven't been to SeaWorld in a good amount of years, but I mean, I feel like doesn't like the aquarium, like they have all like sea animals and all that, like containing, not cages, but like stored in, and like I don't think a fish could bite you because like I don't know, they're just not like that. So that's why I think number 3 is false.
I believe number 2 is false because if you were somewhere around your parents, why would someone want to kidnap you?
That's true. Why would someone want to kidnap you at Best Buy? But the story that was false is actually the third one. Jeter was right.
You see? Fish are friendly.
It's not entirely based on a false story. The story of the person who got attacked by a dolphin at SeaWorld, that's what made me come up with the false story.
I was thinking about the time when a little girl was near a sea otter, I believe, or a sea lion, and he grabbed her by the shirt and dragged her down.
Next, we have Christian Ortega. Good afternoon, Christian. How are you doing today?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Gio. I'm doing good today.
That's good, bro. What will you be heading off to for the next 4 years?
For the next 4 years, I'll be going to Cal State LA. I'm not really sure what I'll be doing yet, but so far I'm going undeclared for college.
Okay.
Is there one thing you would like to tell the upcoming freshmen or the current freshmen?
Yeah, just basically enjoy your time in high school and pass your classes as best as you can to get a high GPA to get into college. That's about it.
Is there anything you miss from high school, like ever since the pandemic started?
Yeah, what I miss from high school is mostly just sports going on, football going on, just being together in class. It's not the same no more online class.
Right. Is there any teacher you like to shout out, for like, being there with you or helping you or, just in general, being a cool teacher for you, like the past 4 years we've been in high school?
Yeah, I actually have a lot of teachers I want to shout out. One is Miss Stephanie for helping me get into college. Other teachers are Suarez, Carano, Aragon, Grace. They're all cool teachers, and it's just great to have them around.
Yeah, shout out to them,
Shout
man.
out to Stephanie.
All right, well, thank you for your time, Christian.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Jeter.
Yeah. All right.
Upcoming next, we have Joel Martinez. Welcome, Joel. Okay, Joel, ¿cómo has estado?
Bien. ¿Y tú?
Bien.
¿Cómo has estado?
Bien, gracias. ¿Qué colegio escogiste?
No me acuerdo cómo se llama. Se llama Southwest.
¿Cómo es?
Southwest.
Southwest.
Sí.
¿Qué, ¿En qué quieres estudiar? ¿Qué necesitas para estudiar?
Algo para ser policía.
¿Policía?
Ajá.
¿Y por qué escogiste esa carrera?
Porque eso es lo que siempre he querido hacer.
Está bien, está bien. Y no hay, veo una persona o no, padre, familiar, que te inspiró para ser un policía o tú buscaste esa inspiración en ti mismo.
Pues no hay ninguno, nomás yo siempre he querido hacer eso.
Está bien. ¿Tienes un consejo para los de 9 los que están ahorita?
Que se esfuercen y que no se enfoquen de la escuela.
Sí, claro.
¿Estás trabajando ahorita para salvar dinero para el colegio?
Sí.
Y también otra pregunta es, ¿qué extrañas de high school siempre cuando pensó la pandemia?
A mis amigos, pues nomás eso, mis amigos.
¿Hay ninguna maestro que quieres dar un shout out por apoyarte durante estos 4 años de high school?
A Miss Piero, Mr. Jacobson, nomás ellos dos.
Sí, nice. Pues muchas gracias, Joel, por tu tiempo.
Gracias.
Cuídate. Next we have Melanie. Good afternoon, Melanie. How are you doing today?
Hi, Melanie.
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. For the next 4 years, where will you be heading off to?
I will be going to UC Irvine.
What are you planning to major at UC Irvine?
At UC Irvine, I am planning to major in chemical engineering.
Ooh.
What inspired you to major in that?
Miss Fierro was a big inspiration to major in that. I feel like she really piqued my interest in that field, and I'd like to give it a shot.
Nice.
Would you like to give any advice for the upcoming freshmen or current freshmen?
Like, no matter how hard it is, like, keep on grinding. We got hit with a pandemic, and yeah, we're still out here getting good grades. So just to keep rolling, no matter how hard it gets.
Yeah. Is there anything like any events or, activities that you missed ever since, COVID hit us?
I do miss hanging out with friends at the spot of the plaza, going to Starbucks or Wingstop.
Right.
And yeah.
Well, thank you for your time, Melanie.
No problem. Thank you.
Upcoming next, we have a special guest, one of our counselors, Ms. Goodin. Welcome, Ms. Goodin.
Good afternoon, Ms. Goodin.
Thank you, Natalie and Jeter. Today we'll be presenting certificates for the following students. We will start off with academics. These are students who have improved with their grades for this semester. We'll start off with Evelyn Santana, Exidia Asensio, Valentine Sanchez, Henry Castro, Luis Gudino, Patricia Velasco, Myra Mendez, Guillermo Villanueva, Kimberly Allegra. The next category, I will present awards for those students who are most improved with credit recovery. The students are as follows: Zulima Esquivel, Alize Barajas, Stephanie Vega Rios, Ruben Farias, Armando Montiel, Davina Young, and Jose Yahir, as well as Jose Basilio.
Next, we will have Miguel. Good afternoon, Miguel. How are you doing today?
Hi, Miguel.
I'm doing good. And yourself?
Good. All right, so right off the bat, first question is, for the next 4 years, where are you heading off to?
I'm going to Cal State Northridge.
Nice. And why did you plan going there?
It's pretty close to home and has a pretty good like program.
Nice. I hear you.
You're planning, what are you planning to major in?
In criminal justice.
What inspired you to major in that?
Just the community I live in, which is it's pretty bad in crimes and stuff.
Okay. Next question is, what advice do you have for upcoming freshmen or for current freshmen right now?
Well, to stay on top of their grind, because if you slack off a little, it would affect in the long term.
Right.
Would you like to give out any shout outs to any teachers, students, or staff at CAP?
I would like to shout out Javier and Jeter.
Thank you, bro.
Upcoming next, we will be having Ms. Tell. Welcome, Ms. Tell.
Hi, Natalia.
Hi.
Thank you for having me. And hi, CAP students. I wanted to start off and say happy 150th day of school. We made it this far. We're so close to the end, and I want to encourage everyone to keep on attending. So I'm going to announce a few awards. The first category is for most improved in attendance. And those students who are going to be receiving that award are Latrell Foots, Evelyn Gonzalez, Kevin Hernandez, Julian Escalante, Jaylene Hernandez, Kimberly Alegre, Kevin Alvarado, Ernesto Fontes, and Martha Burgara. So, woo, good job, guys. I'm so glad that your attendance has improved during distance learning, and keep up the great work. The next category that I'm going to announce is Zoom Attendance Awards. So these are students who have been attending on Zoom and staying engaged with us throughout distance learning. And those students are Dominic Zavala, Cynthia Lopez Funes, Angel Francisco, Adriana Rosales Zaragoza, Nyla Ross, Nelson Raimundo, Tiffany Vaca, Ernesto Hernandez, Axel Napoles, Joshua Johnson, Alan Green, Jerry Cardenas, Juan Chavarria, and Stephanie Mejia Cruz. thank you guys for staying engaged with us throughout this year. Make sure that you keep attending till the end, and thank you for having me.
Upcoming next, we have Reese Hernandez. Welcome, Reese Hernandez. Hi, Luis. What school are you going to? What are your plans after high school?
After I graduated high school, I decided to go to Cal State LA.
Why did you decide to go there?
Well, I had another school in mind to go, but it was my backup plan, so it's like the one I want to go to. And plus, I've been to field trips, so I think it's pretty cool.
That's nice. What are you planning to major in?
Computer science.
Computer science. What inspired you to do computer science?
Well, my computer science teacher from CATS, Mr. Hescox, who left the school sadly, but he was a pretty cool teacher, and he kind of inspired me to like do more computer science and like major in it and do like stuff for the future.
Would you want to give any advice for the incoming freshmen, or what would you give the incoming freshmen or current freshmen? Any tips, advice?
I mean, just focus on school and like try not to slack off because it gets rough throughout the years. So yeah, that's pretty much what I would like to say to the incoming freshmen.
Well, thank you, Luis.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Upcoming next, we will be having Miss Celeste giving out senior tips.
Hi, everyone. Congratulations, class of 2021. I guess a little tip from me when you are done with your high school career is just try to live your life to the fullest. If you go to college, make sure you join any clubs because you will make the most out of your time being in those spaces when you're there. So yeah, congratulations again.
Thank you. Miss Celeste, what college did you attend?
So I attended California State University, Northridge, and I graduated in 2019. So very proud to be a Matador.
How was your freshman experience like being at Northridge?
My freshman experience was fun at Northridge. The valley is very hot, so it was terrible in terms of the weather, but I really liked being there. I was able to, dorm and meet my roommates who they were complete strangers to me, but, I'm glad that I got to meet them. Schoolwork was very hard to balance because we had school, but then also had to work. But overall, I would say that my freshman year experience at CSUN was definitely something that I would remember to this day.
What did a typical day for you look like living at the school and attending work? And how did you try to balance yourself in that place?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so when I lived on campus, I made sure to have classes that were in the afternoon because for my first semester, I had classes in the morning and it was brutal. I could not wake up because my class was at 8 in the morning and you think you would be able to wake up, but trust me, you won't. So it's best to have classes in the afternoon. Once I moved back home, I actually had to commute. So I drove from where I live now to Northridge, which was about an hour and a half commute. But my classes started late, which was a good thing. So in the morning, I was able to get homework done at the library or at one of the little cafes that they have. And so then I would go to class and then I would just, come back from class and from there go to anywhere that I wanted to, whether it's again going back to the library or clubs that I joined. And then as for work, I tried to make sure that my work were on days where I didn't have school. So I would mainly work over the weekends and so over the weekends.
Thank you so much, Miss.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you for being here. Upcoming next, we will be having the famous twins, the Ramirez brothers. Welcome.
Hi.
Good to be here.
Hello. First question is, what college or what are your plans after high school?
I'm going to UC Merced. That's the college I plan to go to. And my plans afterward would to be a job that requires that bachelor. And I want to have a couple years in, so I want an internship while I'm in college, so that when I get to that job, I have the experience needed. I'm gonna attend UC Merced. I'll be doing in dorms and participating in clubs and organizations centered around technology, and hope to create a network for individuals such as myself who also have the same interest, and hopefully build a company and create something.
What companies are you planning to create?
There are going to be 3 companies. The first being social marketing, the second being website design, and the third will be mostly centered around an app around D&D, one of my passions.
Do you have any advice for the upcoming freshmen or current freshmen at the moment?
Take APs. Try getting college classes after school if you have the time. Make sure to take extracurricular activities because those do look good on college applications. I should have taken more. I only took 1 club. My regret was I didn't join any sports. So I recommend you do some extracurricular activities and join clubs. Honestly, I'd say manage your time better because I focused more on my social life than on my education. And my grades could have been better. But I'm still happy with the results. Because I took honors and APs.
Why did you guys choose or decide on this school?
I chose UC Merced because it's relatively new, which means they're gonna have newer technology. I also chose it because right now it's ranked extremely high amongst computer software engineering degrees, and there's more computer engineers coming out of that school amongst DUCs. So I decided that was what I wanted to go to if I wanted to go into that career. It wasn't the original school I applied to. I got denied from all 4 of the other UCs, but UC Merced reached out to me and told me that they were gonna invite me to a special program which enabled me to admit to UC Merced without deadlines.
Would you guys want to give a shout out to any student, teacher, staff?
Mr. Carano, Mr. Jacobson, Miss Fierro, Miss Berkheimer, Mr. Hexcox. They're both gone, but they were amazing teachers. And actually, Hexcox, I have to give him a lot of credit because he helped me get interested in coding. He helped me find my passion for it. So I really want to thank him, and hopefully he hears this. Thank you, Mr. Hexcox. Took the words right out of my mouth.
Thank you for being here.
No, it was a pleasure. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Upcoming next, we have Jaime Vega. Welcome. Jaime, hi.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. So I will be announcing the recipients of the 2021 Educare Scholarship. So without further ado, I would like to congratulate Guadalupe Ramirez and Melanie Castaneda, seniors from CATS. Congratulations.
Thank you for being here, Jaime.
You are very welcome. Thank you for having me, and thank you for giving Educare the opportunity to give out this scholarship. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Melanie and Guadalupe. Upcoming next, we will be having Belinda Diaz. Hi, Belinda.
Hey.
What college did you apply to, or what are you looking forward to after college? I mean, after high school.
Well, actually, a couple weeks ago, I accepted my spot at UC San Diego. And I'm really looking forward to, I think, being more independent and knowing what that's like.
What are you planning on majoring?
I actually don't know, but I'm kind of leaning towards business right now and kind of want to first take a couple classes and find what I like.
Do you know what kind of business you want to start?
No idea yet. I'm kind of just hoping that when I get there, I kind of find what I like.
Would you like to give advice to the upcoming freshmen?
I think, well, the seniors from last year, they had told me, they were like, oh, like, it's going to go by really fast. And I kind of just never believed it. I was like, it's going so slow. But the truth is, it really does go by fast, and you kind of just don't realize it till you're almost at the end.
How was senior year like during the pandemic? Like, how was it for you since we started from senior year to now through Zoom? How was it for you?
Well, it wasn't at all what I expected. You know, I planned like, oh, like my prom dress, and like I'm gonna go pick it out with my friends, and we're gonna go to Disneyland for grad night. And well, none of that happened, but I'm just kind of hoping that we do have in-person graduation, even with like the restrictions of like 2 guests maybe per student. That would make me happy. But yeah.
Who inspired you throughout all high school or senior year?
I think what inspired me is the fact that I'm a first-generation college student. So like my family had a really big impact on me, and like since we're not like from a high-income community, like it's kind of hard. And like I talked to all of my family about like how I accepted UCSD, and they all said that they would try and like economically help me financially. So yeah, it's kind of like I kind of do it for them as well as for me.
Would you like to give a shout out to any teachers, students, staffs?
I like to give a shout out to Jaime because I had her for 3 years, and she was just always emotionally there for me.
Thank you for being here, Belinda.
Thank you for having me.
Up next, we have Mr. Romo. Welcome, Mr. Romo.
Thank you, Natalia. Hello, everyone. This is Mr. Romo, and I am excited to announce our ACE Club. ACE Club has been, it's going to be our 2nd year, and I'm definitely really happy to be giving these awards, because these students that I'm going to acknowledge, not only do they excel and they're committed to our school during the day, but then they also participate after school in making sure that they plan and organize events for our school to build community. So I just really want to give them a big thank you and just acknowledge them, and just really proud of the students that have continued to stay connected even right now during these times. And our first student that I'm nominating that we have is Melanie Castañeda. Next, we have Guadalupe Sanchez. And next, we have Jenny Lou Chavarria. Up next, we have Andy Flores. Last but not least, we have Anthony Gomez. Again, thank you, students, for staying connected this year virtually. And I'm just so happy to have you guys as part of my ACE Club and all the events and activities we do here at CATS. Love you guys. Thank you.
Thank you for being a part of this, Mr. Romo.
Anytime.
Thank you all for joining our 2021 Decision Day at our Communication and Technology School. It was a pleasure having you all. Have a nice day.